Dolbadarn, croeso in all. Good morning and welcome all back to Nick at Nova Adventures. And yes, today is New Year's Eve, the 31st of December 2025. Temperature is 5 degrees and we are heading up to Mid Wales on an urban explore to a old chapel. Not sure if we can get in that one yet, but we will find out when we get to Dolbadarn. And then we're going to mooch on up to Llanberis, where our overnight is meant to be, but we shall see if that is the case also. So there is Nova, look. So the last urban explore and the last camp out of 2025. There she is, look, all packed, ready to go. There's Bubbles there and Gary the gnome. Can't see him, he's in the shadow. There he is, look. The owl. And then we are packed up, ready to go. Fridge is on. Seating arrangement is sorted. DVD player for a DVD tonight with a buffet. Yep, that is the plan. And then this is the rear of Nova, self-converted 2012 Citroen Berlingo XTR, whatever that means. Probably not a lot in the French terms. And there we are. Okay, right, we are going to get up to Dolbadarn, as I said, and unless anything happens on the way up, that's where you shall join me. Right, we have made it to our first destination and we've seen a couple of abandoned buildings on the way. Look at that for a backdrop. Wow, we will be able to get the drone up. There is the chapel, and yeah, slow trip up, but there we are. We just do what we do and get where we get to. So I think what we're going to do is probably have a quick look, wow, on the outside to see what is about. There are paths everywhere, but there is a house just down there, look, so we shall not go round that way. So I think we will just jump straight into this because it is bloody gate's open. Right, here we are then. All right, let's see if we can get down into the chapel. We need to be very careful. There we are. This bank is not the best. And then we have to get in there. Right, with a little bit of noise we made that. And this is what we are looking at. All the pews still in here as we walk down to the back of the chapel. There are some old books that we're going to have a look in. We are right on the road, so not that we have to be quiet, but we have to be fairly mindful. And unfortunately, look at the glass in that window there. You can see the blue, the red and the green. Wow, look at that. An eye through every colour. Can we get one through the red? Just about. Wow. So this one won't take long, to be honest, because it's not massive. There are some old light switches for those who like that sort of thing. And then back through the other side into the other side of the chapel. As I said, this is only a small one. I didn't realise how small it was, to be honest. But we are going to get the drone up. David will have a few minutes up once we've done the internal. And there we come up to the pulpit and looking back into the entrance lobby, which is just down there, look. Wow, and the roof is bad, very bad. But we are exposed here. So anyway, we do have a Bible. There is a name on there of something Jones, look, and it was open on that page there. So I'm not sure whether people have been in here, because there is some stuff that's been left on this table. So there are some flowers there, look, and some non-alcoholic wine. There you go. And another book, a song book, this one, and open on that page there. And really, that is all we've got, to be honest. Let's have a look. There is the organ. Well, there are some kneeling pads there, look, and the organ just in front of you there. And that is open on that page there. So I'm not sure of the history, i.e. when this chapel closed, but when I find out some information, I will obviously put it in the comment, in the vlog. Again, there are just books that are being destroyed by damp. And back towards the back of the chapel once again. Tiny, isn't it? And this would have been the very rear of the chapel, looking up towards the altar, which you're going to have a better look. There is a star on the wall, and you can see the ceiling roses up there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So just a small one again. We have more documentation. This one goes back to October 2008. Just trying to do it without any light. So there we are, look. 2008, as you can see that. So whether 2008 was the very last service here, I am not sure. Okay, we'll have a better look at them, and that will be about it, I think. We are going up to further up North Wales, but hopefully we'll go along the road that we came in on and find this abandoned building that we passed. Again, more hymn books, look, and these pews feel wet, they feel damp. Oh, and the floor is a bit dodgy. So we have, what do we have here? Wow. Let's get that up to there. That's what we picked up from the pew. We shall take some photos of that and, of course, put it back to where we got it from, which was over in this corner here, look. It's like the Christmas present here, look. If I can get that straight for you. There you go, look. I don't think there's anything in it, and of course there are more books. An old electric fire down there. And again, more singing books. And there's that one there, look, going back to 1975 to 1976. Wow, okay. And we have, just keeping an eye out, that's all. We have another interesting songbook here, look. Rhaglan Gorfa, Dr. Joseph Parry, 1841 to 1941, 100 years. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So we will take some photos of these books. And do we have any more special ones? There are quite a few here. There's another one there, look. Rhaglan Cyman Foedd Va Oedd Canu, 1961 to 1962. Wow, okay. Right, we'll take some photos of that. I keep looking up that window there. Right, so we have a plaque on the wall. That's what you'll see next. So on the wall, that is what we have. 1914 to 1918. Arthur G. Price, and then David Jones. 1917. I'm not sure that means he was 22. Because you've got 18 there, look, as well. April 1916. And October the 10th, 1917. So that is on the wall there, look. And then if we go up to the altar again, oh, it's cold in here, it's cold, cold, cold. What a pity. And then that is what is on the wall in the middle of that archway. And then one more look around the chapel itself. The windows are broken, that one, and obviously where we got in on that one there where my rucksack is. So this is what we found. There we are, look at that. Nice, special. Okay, unless there's anything else, we will do the drone footage. We will get David up just for a quick master shot. And there is the light fitting. And there is 5 of these light fittings, or there would have been, as one is missing. There we are, look at that. Wow, lush. So there we are, that's that one done. As you can see, what a tranquil place, eh? Wow, and there are a couple more bandos down over there, and I think I know which one of them is, but anyway, we pull back. That is the front elevation to this chapel. What a shame, and it's just on the edge of the hillside really, because if we walk just a little bit down the road, then we go into the valley itself down there, look. There is a public footpath that way, but there's a dead end. And yeah, wow. Wow, nice. Anyway, okay, back to Nova now for some lunch. The time is 3 o'clock. We haven't had lunch yet. It's freezing. It's only about, I think it's tops 4 or 5 degrees. Yeah, but stunning scenery here. Definitely going to be coming back in the summer. And I think what I had to do on the cards today probably isn't going to happen, because we are late. Nick is never on time. And Nick would be late for his own funeral. How about that one then? Right, okay. Time to go back to Nova. There she is, look, up there. Parked on the hill. And there are walks all over this land here. So, yep, there's another one there. Look, another public footpath sign just by there. Across the gate, through the fields. Wow, stunning. Look at that, absolutely stunning. Bit of snow up on Cadir Idris, but none at this level. Right, okay, enough talking now. There's Nova. I need to have some warm soup. We couldn't find out much about this chapel, but it is known as Vrwth independent chapel in Llanberis, North Wales. In fact, it's more like Mid Wales to me. And again, unsure of when it actually closed, possibly around 2008 to 2010. But as you heard there, that was my cat Gracie getting in on the vlogs. So anyway, as I said, there would have been a chapel on this site from about 1840, and then this current chapel was built in 1870 and replaced the earlier one. The plaque to the front elevation is likely to have been when the chapel was extended in 1875. Okay, enjoy this one. Some more photos for you to come as we explore inside this chapel. And then our next vlog will be where we parked up in Llanberis on New Year's Eve and the adventures we had around Llanberis on New Year's Day. Okay, on with the photos. Enjoy this one. Do all the good things for me. Like, subscribe, comment, etc., etc. It won't cost you any money. A little bit of your time, but is gratefully appreciated by myself.